How's it going, YouTube? Today we are going to do a quick video on my solar powered golf cart. I'm going to show you how I did it, how easy it is, because it is stupid simple, and I'm going to tell you how well it works. I've done testing for a couple weeks now, so I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. So straight to the point, let's get to the parts that I use. Forget what I told you the solar panel was on originally. I am now using, luckily I got a bunch of these laying around. I got a Soneva max output of 275 watts and a open circuit voltage of 38.6 volts and max power voltage of 31.5 under load. So this is a 5765, oh no, never mind. It's a OPT 275-60-4-100. It's a 275 watt Soneva solar panel. And as you can see here, I've got the same one on the back. So instead of using one solar panel, I had to use two, which is alright because it kind of cuts out my storage on the back here, where I usually put my welder and my gas bottles whenever I need to weld something and be mobile in the yard somewhere. But luckily I've got this little trailer right here that I made to, if I need to haul anything, I'll just hook to it. And I'm also building another one over there, a smaller one over there. So I've got way to have storage. Oh, I even got this little guy. Why not? I can use this. But back to the point. Sorry to get sidetracked there. Okay, so I got two solar panels on here. I now can charge a lot better. I got the charge controller over here. You like my headlight? This is a AC powered headlight, which is super bright, but I've got a little inverter that I plug into the batteries wherever I can get 12 volts. So I just hook it up. So that's a 6 volt. That's a 6 volt. So I hook up here and here, and that gives me 12 volts. And I put a little inverter and I plug that guy in, or I use a UPS, uninterruptible power supply. And just stick it right in that little hole over there, and it powers that light great. So a lot of people don't think about that either. UPSs are pretty good for that kind of stuff. Anyway, back on subject again. Here's my charge controller, the POW Mister, PAL Mister. I got it online. Link in the description. If you want one, there's a link in the description. I love this charge controller, but for some reason I'm only charging at 38 watts, although I am in the shade. Here you can see that a little better now. I'm getting 58 to 60 volts out of the solar panels, and I'm charging at 38 watts in the shade. So you can see I've got 38.4 voltage on my batteries, which is a little weird because my batteries were almost dead, so I don't know how it's that charged already. And I got 1 amp of charging. So let's pull this bad boy over in the direct sunlight and see how that changes it, because you can see the shade all over the panels, and the top panel there is almost completely in the shade. So let me move all my junk out of the way so we can drive this thing again. And just so you guys know the stuff I go through to make these videos, so show some love and click that like button, click that subscribe button. My dog decided it was going to poop right over here beside the cart where I've been dicking around, and look at that, I squatted right down in it. It's disgusting, disgusting. So the things I go through to make these videos, you gotta show some love for that. Hit that subscribe button. You didn't have to roll around and poop, and it's all about sharing knowledge, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to share some knowledge for everybody. You know, sometimes I get into subjects, stuff I want to learn about, and that's what, you know, motivated me to start doing this YouTube thing, is because when I wanted to learn something, I got on YouTube and I would learn how to do it. You know, there's such a availability of knowledge these days where, you know, you have no excuse. If there's something you want to learn or something you want to learn how to do, all you have to do is get online, and you know, the information is accessible from our fingertips through your cell phone or even on your desktop. So I just figured, you know, as much as I've learned from online, I ought to start sharing, you know, contributing as well, which motivated me to start this YouTube channel. And I enjoy making the videos. It's a lot of work, and it's very time consuming, so My goal right now is to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can start monetizing, and I'm having a little giveaway when I get to that point. So show some love and click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I have a what's that dang thing called? Patreon. I have a Patreon, but I don't think I'm there yet. The odds of me getting a Patreon person right now is probably slim to none. But I do have one set up. If you want to know it, that would be absolutely amazing. And I'll show you a link. Just give me a comment in the comment section. Please comment any questions you have. I would be happy to share any knowledge I can give you at the best of my ability. If you have any questions about this system and how I did it, I've got about yesterday putting the rack on top. It took me about an hour, and then all this today took me about another hour. So I'm looking at 2 hours to do this to my golf cart, guys. Super simple. If you want to purchase a kit, basically the same exact kit that I put on my golf cart, throw me a comment in the comment section. I'll give you my email, and I will be happy to get the parts for you and send you a kit so you can do this to your golf cart. No problem. I would do that for you. No problem. So, and I have a way to get the panels pretty dirt cheap, so might save you some money. So anyway, let's get my stuff cleaned up. We're going to pull this thing over into the direct sunlight, and we're going to see how well it charges. Stay with me. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's go find some sunshine. Ooh, there's some sunshine right there. But this is not my yard. Nice day today. Beautiful day. Blue skies. Here we go. Wide open sunshine. So we're going to go. Like my windmill over there. She's turning. Real slowly, but turning. Okay. Wide open sunlight. Look at that. Oh, Jesus. Oops. We got sunshine on that panel, sunshine on that panel, wide open sunlight. So technically this should be about the best it can get. I have the slightest little bit of shade right there on the one panel, but I can feel the heat from the sun. It's pretty warm, so let's hope that we are getting close to the max output of these panels, but something tells me I'm not, and I'm not sure why. So let's see what we got. Okay, so these are 275 watt panels each. I should be getting at least 400 watts of charging, and I'm getting a lousy 99 watts, 98 watts. What the F? I got 50.3 volts. Wow, the voltage drop. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 386 watts, guys. 385 watts. Boomtown! Now we're doing something. So that was the amps I was reading a second ago. So we're getting 50 volts and 9.7 amps. 9.8 amps, which is more than my little charger does, because my little charger I got is a cheapo and it only charges at 5 amps. So this is freaking awesome. And the components that I use to make this charge with solar panels is this solar charger here. It is called a PowerMr, P-O-W-M-R, MPPT solar charge controller. It is a MPPT, which is the most efficient of charge controllers. The MPPT stands for maximum power point. So basically it figures out the best voltage and amperage ratio based on what is getting fed into it to properly charge your batteries in the most efficient way possible. As of right now, that's the best technology on the market, and it works really well. This solar charge controller I got fairly cheap on eBay for under $100. And the solar panels, these can average anywhere from $100 to $200 a panel at most They are actually, you can buy them used on eBay from a seller that I can tell you about if you're interested, and you can get them for much less. He sells used panels from big solar systems that they have taken down and replaced with more efficient systems. So on here I've got two Suniva. They are Suniva 275 watt panels. They max out at 9.25 amps short circuit current. Maximum power current is 8.74 amps with a max power voltage of 31.5 volts. So when you are building a system like this, you want to look for your maximum power voltage. I actually had to use 2 solar panels for this system because my max power voltage is 31.5, which is not good. You want a maximum power voltage for your system. You want it to be, for each panel, you want it to be higher than the voltage of your battery bank. For this case, my battery bank is 36 volts. So therefore, one panel will not get enough voltage to charge my batteries. So instead of using one panel like I had hoped and just making the roof, I have to use 2 panels because I have to get my voltage high enough to actually charge the battery bank. But it is what it is. So I had to put another panel on the back, which is kind of funky looking. It takes away from my storage on the back of the go-kart or golf cart, because I like to put my stuff back there in the back like you normally would, but now it's kind of tricky. But oh well. So I built this roof rack, as you can probably tell. I do metal fabrication, but I threw this together, so don't judge me. This is just a piece of round aluminum solid rod that I bent at the top and bent at the bottom, and I attached it with some bolts down there, and I screwed it directly to the panel here. So then I have another square tube frame that comes out of the back of the golf cart here and comes up and goes over, and I put some rails across it in order to support the solar panel. So you can see here I have a rail across there and another rail across here, and that supports the solar panel. So I'll stand back a little bit so you can see. And I apologize if this video is kind of all over the place. Yeah, sorry about that. But the back panel, you can see I basically added a piece of metal that comes out of the bottom here and attached that to the bottom of my panel. And then up at the top here, I screwed the panel to the top of the other panel and attached them together. So that way they are all held together and supported very well. It's pretty rigid. You can see it's not going nowhere. The whole thing's structurally on there. So then I have these panels wired together in series instead of parallel, because if they were parallel, it would not raise my voltage. But if they are in series, it doubles my maximum voltage from 31.5 to now 63. So I now get a charging voltage of 63 volts. With a charging voltage of 63 volts at peak, as you can see right now, I'm getting 53.4, which is displayed right here, 52, 53. And then right here, if I can get the light right, you can see, oh great, just scratched my screen all up. You can see I'm getting about 22 watts right now because I'm in the shade. So we're going to go over here in the sun and we'll see how it charges in the sun. So let's hop on this bad boy. And let me tell you a little bit about how this thing works. So far, I have not had to plug it in since, damn it. Frustrating. So let me tell you a little bit about how well this thing works. Since I've put this system on here, I've not had to plug it in one time, which is pretty cool. That was the whole point of it. I got tired of having to plug my golf cart in every night to charge, and I thought, well, I've got all these solar panels, why not make it charge with a solar system? And I just got to park it in the sun when I'm not using it, which is easy to do. Most people have sunlight somewhere in their yard where they can park their golf cart. But the cool thing is, I never have to plug it in. Every time I go to get on my golf cart, it's ready and charged. It works really well, and probably works so good because I have 2 solar panels on here and not just one. They are like 275 watt panels, so in peak sunlight I can get close to 500 watts of charging, which is awesome because that comes out to be about 10 amps. And the only charger I had for this golf cart was a cheapo 5 amp charger. So now I've got a way to charge more than I could have before if I plugged it in, which is pretty neat. And of course it's a cloudy day, but oh well, we're gonna see what we get. Wait, there's a little bit of sun over there. Let's go over there. See if I can fit. But with maximum sunlight directly on the panels, I get about 500 watts of charging. So like I said, it's about 10 amps. And if I get a good solid 3-4 hours of that a day, well, it don't look like I'm gonna fit. Well, nice try. I tried. But as long as I get a good 3-4 hours in the sunlight every day, based on how much I use my golf cart, it's always charged. It charges really well. And you know, most people, if they're anything like me, you might use your golf cart an hour out of every day, and most of the time it's just sitting there. So you just gotta park it in the sun. Oh, we got sun now. Yay. So let's see what we got in the sun. Alright. Okay, we have direct sunlight now, as you can see. And see the shadow sunlight on the panels. The only thing that does not have direct sunlight is this little stretch of panel right there. That's the only thing that's shaded. Oh wow, the sun's really out now. Okay, so let's see what we're getting. Cool, so now I'm getting a whopping, let me get where you can see, 509 watts of charging. And we'll change that to amperage. Man, that shadow is really killing me. Okay. Oh man, the sun's going back behind a cloud. Well, I'm at 2.4 amps now, but it was at almost 10 amps a second ago. But there you go, that better. 2.5 amps and 36.9 volts is the voltage of my battery. My solar panels are at 60.3 volts, and I'm now only charging at 95 watts until the sun comes back out from behind the cloud up there. It's behind the cloud, so we'll wait. I guess we're just gonna have to wait a minute. Zara, what are you wanting for, girl? What's the matter with you? Huh? Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Don't jump on me. Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. What? What? Go get your ball. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your ball. Huh? Go get it. Go get your ball. Go get it. There she goes. She's going to get it. All right. Sun's back out. Oh, where's it at? It's there, I promise. Okay, so now we are at 118 and the sun's going back behind the cloud. So as you can see, solar charging does have its downfalls. But most of the time, the sun is out and it charges really well. But of course, while I'm making this video, it's not going to be. But luckily, it sat in the sun all day today. So let's go back around back, and I will show you how the system is wired, which is also really easy. You can do it. I mean, I can do it. Anybody can do it. It's not hard to do at all. It consists of the solar panels going to the charge controller, and the charge controller going to your battery bank, your battery bank, which is, that's it. If I can learn how to drive here. Stuff in the way. Okay. Come on, baby. Go. Alright. Old gym car. Really need to fix that thing. I'm waiting on the customer to get the controller, the motor controller for that guy. Okay, so how this thing is hooked up. We have solar panels. Wiring comes from that solar panel and this solar panel. They are hooked together in series. Therefore, the positive of one panel is hooked to the negative of the other panel. Then you have the negative from this panel and the positive from that panel. That is now your positive and negative that go to your charge controller. If that makes any sense, I'll do a little diagram of how that's done right now. Okay, and then you basically have your PV, which is from your solar panels, photovoltaic, whatever that word is. That's your PV. So you have your PV positive and your PV negative. So that's the PV positive from one panel and the PV negative from another panel. And then the positive and negative, one of each, from each panel are hooked together. And that gives me a series connection, which makes it where I get a higher voltage. I get a 53.4 instead of the max voltage of like 30 something volts a piece. So it now doubles that voltage. And then you've got a battery plus and a battery negative, and that is your out to your battery bank. So then you take a positive from the positive point of your battery bank and a negative from the negative point of your battery bank, and then you go right to the charge controller. And that's it, guys. That is all you have to do. So you got a positive and negative coming from your panels, positive and negative going from your batteries. You hook it to the charge controller and you're done. It's that easy. I mean, really easy. Anybody can do this. And then when you get the controller, it'll come with a little instruction manual, and you'll have to go through some settings and set up your charge controller to charge how you want. I did mine to where it has because it has a little capability of outputting a DC voltage if you want to put an accessory on that. If you want to, you can. You can put lights to it or something, and they will charge directly off of the solar panels, but solar panels only put out power during the day, and you don't really need lights during the day. So anyways, I don't use that part. So you have to turn that off, and then you can set it when your battery pack is fully charged. You set up that voltage, which little research, you'll know what that is. And then whenever your battery is low, it'll shut off automatically, so that way it won't charge, which to me makes no sense, because if my battery is really low, I want it to charge. So it's not too low. So you set that to the lowest possible voltage, and then you set when your battery bank is fully charged to whatever voltage you want your battery pack to charge to. And that's about the gist of it. You also have a setting on here. The very last setting on here will tell you whether or not you have lithium batteries or lead acid batteries, and you're going to want to set that to whatever kind of battery you have. In a later video, whenever I finish making my batteries, I'm going to be converting this to lithium, but that's going to be for another day. I'm still in the process of making those battery packs because I'm making them from scratch, and it's time consuming. So other than that, this is my solar golf cart. So check it out. Powered by Suniva solar panels, which work really well with a maximum wattage of like 275 watts a piece. I'll show you this one more time. Yep, they're 275 watt Suniva solar panels. They work excellent. In maximum sunlight, I get over 500 watts of charging, which I just park this in the sun when I'm not using it, and my golf cart is always charged. It's really cool. Everybody, when I go to the store and park it in front of the gas station, because I have a gas station right down the road from my house, and I go there all the time, and I park it out front. Everybody's like, wow, is that solar powered? And it's like, yeah, man, sure is. And they're like, wow, that's cool. And it's like, no shit, because it is cool. You know, why wouldn't you want solar panels on your golf cart? I mean, it makes perfect sense. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be sitting there not being used, unless you're like some old couple that live in a neighborhood that everybody drives golf carts around on the beach. You know, there's those people. But if you drive your golf cart around on the beach, it's going to be sitting in direct sunlight all day long. So whenever you're not driving it, it's being charged. Why not? And it also makes perfect sense for a golf cart whenever you're actually golfing. Because if you're on a golf course, guess what? It's going to be wide open sunlight. So the whole time, whenever you drive to a hole, and then you stop, and then you're golfing. The whole time you're golfing, it's charging. And then whenever you get back on, you drive to the next hole, and then you get off, it's charging. And then the next hole, and then so on and so forth. And literally in between holes, you might use as much power as you just put into it when you sat there and watched your friend golf forever because he sucks so bad. So just think about it. Why would you not want solar panels on your golf cart? Golf carts are always in the sun 90% of the time. And then whenever you go to use it, you're never like, oh man, I didn't plug it in yesterday. Oh man, I didn't plug it in last night. Man, I'm so dumb. So now I don't ever have to worry about that. I just go get on the golf cart when I need to use it, and the damn thing's ready to go. Why not? So if you would like to have a system like this for your golf cart, leave me a comment. I will assist you in purchasing a kit. I'm actually going to start selling the solar panels and charge controllers together in a kit, and possibly some battery refurbishing stuff as well. Getting new acid, you know, because you can flush these things out, put fresh acid in them, and they'll be like a brand new battery. So I do that with all the batteries that I get. And all these batteries in here were dead. They were dead. One sat in, or 3 of them sat in the golf cart for 2 years and not being charged before I got the thing. And I literally brought them back to life to where now they work great. So just because a battery is dead does not mean it's actually dead. As long as it doesn't have a shorted cell and it was just not taken care of, meaning they didn't keep water in them, or they didn't charge them properly, and as long as they were just abandoned, then 9 times out of 10 you can bring it back to life. So I can also do some videos on that. If you like, leave some comments on that. I'll do some videos on that. I have a cool little trick that I do to flush them out so you don't have to drain them, which is pretty neat. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you watching. I hope that this helped somebody and maybe motivated somebody to put solar on their golf cart, or just do anything green at all. I enjoy making these videos, so if you subscribe, it really helps me on my channel, and motivates me to keep doing videos like this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.